a young man's game, and
then you brought up feathers, and you know what I'm saying. Well, every feather
word.
ain't the same bird.
No,
It's not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey yo,
Yeah.
what's happening, man? It's your friendly local neighborhood podcasters, non-credentialed. Um, guys making your Discord go crazy. Listen, man, check this out. Once again, it's me, Jesse Gemstone, my dog Remick in the building. B Wells pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Pulling jailblazer. We here, man. We here to talk about Derik Queen tonight. Shout out to that boy Ronald, man. He been champion this show for a minute. Ronald, Merry Christmas.
Shout out to Ronald.
Well,
Um,
like,
again, this is we like Santa Claus. We coming through with gifts for all of y'all. Um, Derik Queen is a throwback type player. Bigs don't play in the post anymore. Nobody plays in the post anymore. It's not a skill set that anybody finds valuable. Um, I'm talking about on any level of basketball anymore. Nobody finds it valuable. It's crazy. Like it's just super diminished part of the game. Which really doesn't make sense because you would think giving the ball to the tallest man on the floor closest to the basket would,
No.
you know what I'm saying, lead to more proficient results. But nah, man. But this guy, Derik Queen, he good, man. He good. He good. Um, I seen some player comps for him. I don't know if y'all want to get into it right now. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk
yeah,
about it later?
start out with the player comps.
Man, I seen one, and it made me smile. It did.
Who that was?
Zach Randolph. It
Who was
made me
your thought? Like, what did you think? Who when you first saw him? Who did he
when I first
remind
saw
you?
him play. To be honest, that left hand, that left-handed jumper, that's who I thought. He can't jump over a sheet of paper.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like he not a guy who has elite athletic. I wouldn't even say he's a guy who has above average athleticism in the NBA. He's 245. He don't look like it. he looked like he might be a good 260. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he got Zach Randolph had this flair of shooting the basketball that you be like, how did he get that shot? Or how was nobody blocking the shot? I watched. I went back and I watched Derik Queen high school games. He got some guard like not when I say I'm not talking about dribbling. I'm just saying like his footwork, how he his jab. He's a big playing against centers. If that makes sense, he's got skill. Whereas other guys his size, his height, they're rim rollers, they're dunkers, they're playing above the rim. He can create offense for himself. I don't really need the guard to do that for me.
Yep.
Um, I'm excited about this film.
Me
What y'all
too.
think? How y'all feel about Queen?
I saw someone compare him to Brad Miller,
I
and
saw that too.
yeah, I didn't. I mean, shout out to Brad Miller. I think Brad Miller made an All Star team.
He did.
Um,
Got beat up by Shaq too.
he actually ducked was something that would have put him in hospital
Yeah.
from Shaq. But shout out to Brad Miller. Man, you know what I'm interested about Derek Queen is that he's not going to protect the rim at a high level. He's not a crazy athlete, but he has an NBA frame today. Day one, he's ready to go out there at 250 pounds, um, and play NBA basketball. Skill set, I think, is really intriguing because, like, I see like a lot of college, like, I see some Nas Reed there.
Mm.
Um, but if you think about where he likes to operate, a lot of times where I see him, not in the blocks, in the middle of the floor, free throw line. Well, if he continues to be the passer that he's supposed to be, is the Şengün? You know, you know what I'm saying? Because those types, but because he gotta be like that's the thing with him. For it to work and for him to really like hit that ceiling, he gotta be Şengün or Sabonis. And it helps him that he already likes to work out of the same areas that they do. And he can do some things, do more with the basketball than just, pick and pop. Like there's some playmaking there, there's some passing ability there, and there's comfort working around, those blocks and in the middle of the floor.
I agree with that. Not. I mean, we always want to throw out guys that are already NBA and look at Şengün, and I'm like, I can see it. He just has to be that facilitator out of the high post. I think that's probably where he's best suited. His ability to pass definitely, like, piqued my interest. Like, oh, okay, you can actually do that. Now, is a team willing to allow him to just sit in a high post? Right, like that's the other question. How good is he as a screener? Right, like are we okay? Yeah, you can pass out of it, but are you creating advantages for other people without the ball? Like are you screening backside? Are you rolling? Are you sealing? Are you getting 2 feet in the paint? A guy like this, like those things matter because the offense is gonna, I think will improve as time goes on. But can you do the little things to make a team better? Defensively, even if he was a little bit more athletic, I think he'll still have trouble. Guys are just too big, too strong, too fast. And eventually he'd have to understand. I think he'd be great in Golden State. Like when I watch him, like you'd probably be really good over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably best over here, but that's unlikely for him. But a guy like that can be molded defensively, be an anchor without the athleticism. You look at Kevon Looney, like he's not super athletic anymore.
You talking about KD?
KD Light?
Yeah, KD Light.
Yeah, just referencing that, man.
Right.
In his greatness. But yeah, just a guy like that. That's a person you probably should model your game after first before we get into the jokers, the Şengüns, player comps.
I say this. If you want to, I'm gonna say this about him before we get into the film, because this is one of the things as a New Orleans Pelicans fan you have struggled with throughout Zion's tenure is his weight. I've seen. I'm just saying, like I'm not about to sit up here and lie. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get that from this podcast. They got others.
Do they?
No, not really. This is actually, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, didn't you got some in the mail today?
Oh,
didn't you get something in the mail? Did you?
I did get something in the mail today.
Crazy, bro.
Can we?
Nah.
We can wait on it.
Yeah, let's wait on it.
All right. Well, y'all go see soon. Derik, I was just gonna say he has made notice. He's put time and work into his body. He was. You see him at 245 in Maryland. In high school, he wasn't that. He was a lot bigger. That's crazy. He was trying to be professional, man.
You just go look in the camera and say that.
He was
like with your hand out. You want to put on the film? It's perfect segue. Just put on the film.
All right, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy. Boy said you thought he was big in college, boy. Wait.
You should have seen him in high school. Damn, man.
Oh, that's freaky, man. Come on, bro.
Damn, man. That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
All right, man. without further ado, man, Derik Queen. We start with offense, but before we get into the film, shout out to No Ceilings NBA. Support them, like, subscribe, comment, support them because they support us. Shout out to them.
Tell y'all, man, he's high on my big board, man. I don't know, plus rebounder. Um, there's certain things, and one of the things that's gonna help him in his game going forward is that we talked about a lot about this with Ivory, that the game is going back to more traditional two big lineups. So for a guy like him who can create in these areas,
oh, that's tough.
For
oh my god,
for a guy like him, who is he a 4? Is he a 5? What exactly is he going to be? He has a lot of traditional aspects to his game. That might not be the worst thing anymore.
Oh, come here. Okay, boy.
Dog, he played like an old man.
Definitely.
Dog.
Yep.
Like not like
you see how comfortable he is. You see how comfortable he is.
Dog,
bully.
He got 3 kids and he a pastor.
Yeah, and he smoked a pack of cools.
Look at this jump, dog.
Dog. It's a lot of Zebo there. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog.
Bro, he gonna play 15 years in the league, bro.
He ain't got no athleticism to decline with.
Oh, I'm telling you, the first time I saw him play, I said he's going to start 10 years in this league if he stays healthy. It's just no way.
Hold on a second, man. Wait, we just not go casually. Gonna go past the double spin.
Yeah,
man. Jaleel Okafor will be proud, man.
No comment.
Jaleel probably like, dog, God hate me.
So look at this man.
This could have been me.
Yeah, Jaleel was nice.
Jaleel was nice.
Look at son, bro. Look at son over here.
Out of the way.
Gone pecan.
Yeah.
Then I'm dunking it.
Then I'm dunking it.
Wingspan got to be crazy.
Move.
Bro, he's so fluid with it. Oh my God.
Hold on.
Move.
See, we wasn't even getting this from pause. We wasn't even seeing this from Fears.
Nah.
Like not this.
I told y'all. I said the energy gonna be back for the Queen tape. Pause.
The Queen tape.
Sounds like a Nicki Minaj sex tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. He got Zach Randolph 2.0 written all over him.
Go ahead. Baseline. Nope.
Nah. Jumpy.
Hand down. That's Cad.
My dog ain't even move. I love it. He definitely old man in the gym. 5, right?
Yeah.
Brick wall. Yep.
All right, you gotta set a better screen, but
yeah. That's what I do want to see with this.
Okay. I see. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm sold.
Come on, man. Come on, dog. Come
okay,
on,
all right. Yeah,
man.
Come
on, man. Hi, my big boy, dog.
Bring
Derik Queen New Orleans.
Hold on. Wait a second. You said this about Fears, right? You said once he gets past his defender, he keeps him on his back, and they can't get back into the play.
I ain't said in those words, but
I mean, keeps him on his back. I mean, what?
I'm saying, how else would you just come on, man?
Why you, bro?
There's no other way you could describe that. Huh?
I ain't say it like that.
Hey, man, fuck y'all, man. What
does they fuck me for?
Hey, man.
Lito, for real. No, these are guard like skills. These are guard like skills coming from what is he 6'10"?
6'10", a real 6'10" too.
Yeah, and I'm saying like wingspan got to be 7 foot, and I don't even know the measurables.
Yeah,
gotta be. Dude, shoot the ball out here like that. Your arms too long, big dog.
Dog, this is a guard play.
Hey, yeah.
And shout out to Moms, man. Moms averaged like 60 in a game in college at Townsend.
Okay, the fake. Yep. New Orleans needs shit like this, dog. Like New Orleans basketball needs players with this level of fucking skill, bro.
All right, I got a block. I'm leading the break.
Come here. Come here.
He at the park.
Danny
I ain't
Danny Wolf
gonna,
think he the best on this court? No, he ain't.
I ain't gonna
You
lie
see
to
that Danny
y'all.
Wolf?
Yeah, and he averaged a career high against them. 30 gave them 31.
Come here, Daniel. Come here, Daniel.
Fuck out of here. Oh my god,
Out
what?
of the way, man. What are we talking about?
I ain't gonna lie. This might be the best film I've seen.
No, wait, hold on. You mean telling me Joe Dumars? If Joe Dumars watching this film right now, he not already making the jerseys?
See, Derik Queen
could
it's
have
our
played with him.
responsibility to give him the tape, bro. This is why we
Damn.
got to do stuff like this. It's our responsibility. Oh, hey.
And you know what
hey.
too? This is nothing to do with his game.
Hey, go back real quick.
Dog, I was about to go, but that's crazy. I was literally about to rewind it. You talking about this?
Yes. This is perfect where you stopped it. He understands he's behind the 3-point line when the ball is being passed to him. Hey, he might have been off. They up damn near 40.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me take this pull up, this catch and shoot, mid range, baseline, like that. I know is cash. That's somebody that understands who they are. I think New Orleans needs more players like that understand their game at that current juncture. They're not playing outside of that. He probably shouldn't even be in the game right now. But he is.
We didn't watch Ace Bailey. The energy wasn't like this.
Nah, it wasn't.
Trey Johnson, it was close. Just saying. Derik Queen, the next part of the film about to show him fucking up Danny Wolf again, who's someone else that we cover, by the way, for all the Danny Wolf.
Real high on Danny Wolf too. Danny Wolf probably my 1A. Well, Trey now than Wolf, but I think in the 3 minutes of this video, I'm sold like no other on. Anyway, so to your point too, look at what a defender's hand is, right? Look at where his release. Look at where Queen's release is. Like he's shooting the basketball above his head. As I love what people who are 6'10" and up to do. Like, don't have your shooting pocket down here. You know what I'm saying? And right. his other thing is, and I want to ask y'all this question because I want to show you his form. Right? You saw wrist was clean. It was clean. Do you think how his form looks, that at the next level he'll be able to transition into shooting threes like that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Mean, you catching shooting, he's probably like a step inside the 3-point line. Look how comfortable that is. Again, the 3-point line is a little bit further than what he's shooting right now, but you can only say that he's going to get bigger, strong. He's going to get stronger, especially his upper body, his arms.
Come here, Daniel. Fuck out of the way.
Never seen that in Europe. They ain't got that.
Man, he and you know what? Like, look, he's another guy, man, who you know what you should expect as soon as you draft him.
Yeah.
You know right away how you should be looking to fit him into your system, into your program. You know exactly what his straight. You don't have to reinvent the wheel for dudes like him, because it's simple. Like this, like his game is a skill. It's an engine. Whether or not, we'll see what kind of engine it turns into. But even at the lowest level of fucking engines, like that's what he's going to be day one.
And you know what this does though? Truly, this allows you to have a front court. It's just your center position. Like if you draft him, Yves can go to his the place where he probably needs to be. You don't have to overplay Yves anymore.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like, and then you can, get value out of that spot in this one.
Tell you one thing, Five.
What's that?
If the Pelicans draft Derik Queen, Yves ain't gonna be able to find Greg Monroe.
Oh no,
he ain't gonna be able to find him.
Every
time Yves, exactly, he ain't gonna be able to find Greg Monroe.
Great point, Chris.
He ain't gonna be able to find him.
Oh no.
Who else would you want to talk to?
Hey, you know what's gonna be wild? You remember when Herb started working with Fred, and Brandon was like he couldn't find Fred anymore. But he's gonna be calling Greg like,
Yeah.
Ain't got time,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
So, just for reference, Zach Randolph played 33 games his freshman year, and he only averaged 10 points a game.
They talking about in college.
Yeah.
Mm.
The comp is there. No one could argue against it. Like,
This right here, especially when you look like go back, Lito. Where he sets up this area right here, this is Zebo land.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't want is somebody to see like that. This is gonna piss me off. Somebody to see him and be like, "You're 6'10. You need to start taking more threes." Like,
Mm.
no, it's like don't take that away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't encourage him to do something outside of that. Yeah, encourage him to be better, but don't like that's who he is.
Yeah. I mean, like because the natural evolution of his game will bring that 5.
Yeah.
You don't have to put the pressure on him to do that to be that guy early. But I mean, the way he is right now is like good enough, man. And what you're seeing right now is a nastiness to him on the floor.
Yeah.
Like he's tough. And I mentioned this with the first time we talked about Derik Queen. It was after the game that Maryland had against Colorado State. And you watch like I remember seeing like, okay, Queen's the prospect to watch here. But we got to the end of the second half, and you really didn't see him touch the ball a whole bunch. They weren't giving him the ball. Went about three, four possessions. Him not getting the basketball, clearly frustrated.
Who you talking about?
And Queen,
Oh, okay.
when he hit the game winner against Colorado State.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just the fact that he hit the game winner. It was the build up to it. You know what I mean? Like, and not only are you frustrated wanting the basketball, not seeing the basketball, you finally get the opportunity, your first and forever, and you knock it down and win a game. And the biggest shot of your career at that point in time, like that tells me a lot about the mental makeup of a dude.
That's what I wanted to talk about. My bad, Pa.
Oh, I ain't saying that. Go ahead.
That's what I wanted to talk about when we initially. His attitude is going to take him places. He got a dog. He is a dog. He doesn't like relent. He's very demonstrative. Like he's not submissive at all. Like so, boy.
Oh, look, him and Zion practice against each other. Somebody bleeding.
Yep.
It's too physical. It's too physical. And these are the kind of things you want to talk about, like culture, like a style of play. You put two dudes that inflict the type of punishment and welcome the type of intensity and physical like game that these two bring.
Mm.
I mean, it's perfect for what you're trying to build. Like that's how you get a grit and grind. Like it starts with Marcus All and Zebo and then Tony Allen and so on and so forth. But you need guys that have this kind of intensity right away.
Bro, y'all, you see how clean this shot was? He gets his mismatch right, has into it. I mean, tween into it. He already got him exactly. He know this is the thing. I from judging, just looking at the brief moment of this film, Chris, you and I did a video the other day. We talked about the spots on the floor.
Yep.
He knows where his spots on the floor are. He knows there. He's not wasting time getting to those spots. It's not a lot of over dribbling. It's nothing. I'm getting to where I gotta go. 3 dribbles. I'm out.
And that's what's so like when you try to see the fun part about his game 5 is that the base is here today, and he's young. We talk about a 19-year-old, I believe, who already has the floor of his game. We don't have to have the same conversations that we had about fears with him. He has the floor. Now you build off of that. You just build in layers that will have a good foundation already. You know what I'm saying? The middle of this damn floor is where he operates. What does that turn into? How's he build off that?
You know, My bad.
Wait,
No,
go ahead,
no,
Lito.
go ahead. No.
I,
Beautiful.
being in the middle of the floor allows him to see everything, right? Like it is the foundation. And just looking at these clips, all of his shots are like in the same 3 spots. Like nothing changes. I just hope if he comes to the Pelicans, Paul is like he just gets put in those same predicaments, right? Like don't reinvent the wheel with him. Allow his game just to grow naturally into those spots, right? Like this is where I thought Zion would be in these same sort of areas. High post.
Go back, Lito. Go ahead, Bob.
Oh, just look at this. The same exact areas. And hold on now.
Dog,
That's
dog,
crazy.
that's you know what I like about that? That's the first player I saw that he felt was either as strong or stronger than him. Jesus Christ. And versus being out of control, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. He couldn't bully him the way whoever that was. He couldn't bully him the way he's bullied half the other people in these clips, but went to something else.
Bro,
Because everybody getting the fuck out the way.
bro, this man went flying, dog. God damn, look at 23, bro. Look at 23.
Tell you, dog, it's gonna be bloodshed if him and one on the same team.
This is the type of dude you would want to pair with one, bro. Oh, playmaking. Here we go. Oh, come here.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, come on, man. I seen enough. We can stop the film right here.
Oh man, come on, bro.
No. This is the fun part. Like he not even out of control. That's the thing. He might try to dunk on somebody, but only when it's advantageous for it. He don't mind laying that shit up.
Hey.
Oh,
Old head's gonna love this brother game, man.
Come on, man. You see me, huh?
Oh, well, I'm about to say
we'll be getting free haircuts and shit.
It's us.
Oh my!
See. All right, stop, Lito. Stop, Lito.
No.
Press pause.
Let's just end it. Let's end the film.
This is the shit I was talking about. God, I gotta stop cursing. This is what I was talking about between fears, right? Like he was making plays, but was he really putting somebody else in an advantageous spot for them to have success? Queen is doing it. Derik is doing that. Like, yeah, he could have laid that ball up if he wanted to, but he saw
it. So we can watch it again.
Like, dog. He could score right there.
Yep.
He could have scored.
Hey.
Oh.
Shuttle. Cone drill.
All right, screen.
Okay. Solid. Good pass.
I don't like the pass.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't mind it either.
But you thought that was supposed to be there?
I did.
The recognition and those are NBA passes.
Yeah.
His mom probably used to bust his ass too. His mom probably was killing him.
You know, man, punching people in the chest type shit.
Probably where he got the footwork from. Playing for crab cakes and shit.
Offshore crab, blue crab.
What's the obey? That's what they use.
Obey.
Yeah.
The pass.
Good recognition.
Some Utz potato chips.
Good pass. The dude got a high IQ, bro. He bright. Oh Lord. He bright.
But this is the Kevon Looney element that you were talking about earlier, Five. Just some of these simpler passes whether it be off a dribble handoff or just simply knowing where to go when you have the space, where some might look to attack the space and shoot the ball, but within the offense, he's going to. I would. Cooper Flagg is going to be easily the Rookie of the Year favorite, but this dude goes to the right place. There's nobody I would put above him. Right, like today, that guy with higher ceilings. But there's nobody, if like on Chris's big board, there's nobody as of ready like today. We're talking about
Yeah,
someone's
Chris.
floor that I would put above him.
I'm about to tell y'all something. About to be crazy. He might be number 2.
I don't think that's crazy at all.
Like, yeah.
I
The
don't think that's
upside,
crazy at all.
like his floor is already here, but the upside, like I always felt like, yeah, take a Dylan Harper, right? What's his superpower really? Is he like a great dribbler? Is he fast? He's a great shooter. I think he has decent potential. Like he probably knows how to play the NBA game, right? I think Derik has the potential to make at least like 2 All-Star games.
Mhm.
Just by watching this, like, nah, that dude can be good in the right place in the right environment. Him, Trey Murphy, Zion, yeah, like a year 2, Derik Queen, Trey Murphy, Zion. Oh,
And see, that's the thing, right? Like, you gotta, if you keep in Zion, you gotta you have to think about the fit with him, but you also gotta think when you drafting this high, well, what does this guy turn into if Zion ain't here? Because I don't know if Zion gonna be here in another year. I don't
yeah.
know if he gonna be here in 2 years. So if I draft Derik Queen and Zion's gone, okay, he's comfortable in the spots that I'm gonna want to throw him the basketball at anyway as a creator. Cool. You think he obviously ain't turning fades. He obviously ain't scared of the moment. Like, dog, man, I look,
Hey,
the athleticism isn't there, but the fun in this, and I hope for everybody that's watching, man. Like this, it's something about watching somebody that's 18. It's part of the fun. Watching Cooper Flag. It's fun watching someone that young with this level of IQ and this fundamentally sound today. You know?
yeah.
I just was gonna like just 2 things real fast. Imagine this passes
One
to
more thing.
Zion. 1.
Yep.
2. Look at how he hedges the defender here and prevents him from getting an angle on him. Obviously, he's not faster than the defender, but what he does is takes away his angle to get in front of him. Bro, he's
It's
so smart, bro. He's
it's
so goddamn smart.
it's taking depth, right?
Go back. Go ahead,
Like
Pop.
no, the width, the route that he takes, he gathers more width, right? To force one, I think he engages the defender on his right side, but
Mhm.
also makes the defender that's in
Commit.
help or in the
Yep.
hole,
Yeah,
right? Like
commit.
he has to get more. Like, also, like the other guy, he could have thrown the alley oop if he wanted to. He forces like a better option, right? Like it
Yeah.
was just more
Pause it.
feasible. Like this,
So the guy who's closer to the basket here
yeah,
wants to play on the opposite side because he can obviously see the two guards here in transition, but he has no choice based off of how Queen takes this angle
yeah.
and kind of uses 55 to his advantage, though. That's like, oh, that's basketball porn, bro. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying the word porn on this show, bro, but it is what it is. This is a tape. I'm sorry.
This
Yeah.
is heady shit though. This is real high IQ basketball stuff, man.
Man, this is what you see in like open gyms with the older cats playing. Like this is understanding angles. Like you don't just yeah, man.
And avoid the charge though.
Yeah. See, that's a great pass.
Do that little boy
That's
down.
hella bad. You seen that? He just throwing everybody down. Pause.
Pass.
Crazy.
Oh,
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah. Almost.
Yeah. It died down.
Nice.
early,
Nice.
early
Nice.
vision
Nice.
though. Why was he
Got
standing
about. There
right
you
there?
go. All right. What the fuck? Come on.
He just standing there. Could pass.
Good patience.
Yep.
Yeah, he's really good in the short roll.
Yep.
Mm.
Perfect way to not get in front of those charges. I'm curious how many charges he would draw on for throughout the year. That's something I'm curious with someone like that
Yeah.
isn't like a great athlete but gets downhill as much as he does on some of these roles and is as physical.
See, I think he probably won't, because I think, again, with great power comes great control. Like, he doesn't get out of pocket too much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Like,
He
his game
slows
is his
down
game.
and stops
Yeah.
really, really well for somebody that look that interstop to make that pass. There we go.
Because he's not moving fast anyway, so it ain't nothing to really stop. So, like, his greatest. Let me try to put this into words. His greatest deficit, right? Deficiency, athleticism. He makes a positive because, well, I can't do that, so I can't commit a charge. So,
well, it's similar to what Lito said earlier about small guards. He's been big and slow his whole life.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, it's just that like he know what that's like already.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, while we here, Derik Queen averaged 1.1 blocks a game and I think 1.3 steals a game. Is this something you think can translate to the NBA?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can be a defensive anchor, but just a competent defender.
Yeah. Again, people think like you got Herb Joneses are an anomaly, man. Like, guys just don't go into the NBA knowing how to play defense that well. It's really hard. Like, these are the best basketball players in the world. If you think he's gonna just appear in the NBA and be good defensively, like, it's 9 times out of 10, it's probably not a reality.
Oh, good block.
Yeah.
And I think at the next level, is he going to be the dominating force on your team? Like, are we talking about a rim protector? No, because I think he's a 4. He's a slow-footed 4 that will be able to play some 5. But the benefit to that is he seems to have really good fundamentals. Seems to know what, like Five said, some of the things that he lacks in regards to athleticism. So if that's the case, if you put a rim protector behind him, someone who is an athlete, maybe someone like Missy, who likes to be more on the weak side, who likes that opportunity to glass clean and do some of those things, it could work for him. With having a dude like Derik Queen who's going to take up some space and make the smart defensive play IQ wise.
Brother, look at my future center. Look at him move his feet against a guard. Like, man. 1.1 blocks, 1.1 steals. Let me ask y'all this. Do you think he's an underrated defender? Like, as far as, do you think that obviously they said defense is probably the weakest part of his game, but do you think that's overstated? I guess I should say.
Probably. But like, you can make this argument about 97% of the draft. Like, none of these cats are really good defensively.
Right.
But I think the idea of just expecting guys to be able to defend at a high level in the NBA is just you tripping, really. Like, he can play defense, dog. The wingspan is going to help. Cover up some deficiencies that he might have athletically, but the intangibles are there. The want to is there. It's going to just take some time on task for him to get better at it.
Five, why you say that? This brother is 52 years old. He just pulled the chair. People don't even do that no more. They don't even know about this. Like,
it's an old man, bro. He got 3 kids in a church. And he talked to the secretary on the low. Like,
Well, good communication too.
See,
I got it.
and this is why I would want him to I want him to be a 4 starting out. Like I don't want to give him some of the center
Responsibilities.
responsibilities, last line of the defense responsibilities, even if one day he's able to control them. I don't want him to have those right away. I want him to focus on some of the things he's gonna have to do in space and handing off things. And let some of the other things, come along the way. I want him to be able to
Ooh,
take advantage of being able to bring the ball up and transition and do some of those things. Um,
I
I mean, he's slow as shit, but
hey, hey, he is, but side to side,
ooh,
side to side, he
no, he
yeah,
competes, bro. He
yeah.
competes.
I think he does need to play the 5 like in spurts.
Mhm.
Like I feel what you're saying, but I do think like there's a point in time where you do need to play him at the 5. Like if he wants to, play more in close games, like you got to know, hey, you're probably gonna be playing the 5, my G. Like there are times where you do need to learn this, and want to, right? Like why wouldn't you
Yeah.
want to play the
Oh,
5? Like what?
Mhm.
That's the shit that be bothering me about this NBA. Like
Andy Davis fault.
you
He started.
you get to dictate what position you gonna play.
Yeah.
Like where are we at in a society where nah, I ain't gonna do that on the basketball floor? Y'all want to be positionless yet with positions. It's weird.
No, no, I think I wouldn't exclusively have him as center is what I'm saying. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think of course he's going to have to play. He should want to and is going to have to play some center at that size with some different lineup mixtures. But I would say, starting out, if we're talking about like Yeeves, for example, I would have liked if it was a
Oh,
possibility. I would have liked Yeeves to have some opportunities where he wasn't having to be the last line of defense and having that responsibility all the damn time. Some of these dudes need to have the chance to know what it's like to be able to play in space and deal with some 4s a little bit more versus having, you know, I think point guard and center out the gate, for rookies, it's the 2 hardest positions that you have to learn right away. You know,
right.
Man, nah, Chris. That's the only pushback you're gonna get from me. Pause. Like Yeeves did need to play the center
He did.
all the time
Yeah,
because there is no room for him at the 4.
he gonna get
Like,
cooked in space.
like nah, bro. You do need to play the 5 and play it as much as possible because that's a position that you're gonna have. Derek, on the other hand, there are times where he does need to play the 4 because he has another element to his game. I just didn't think Yeeves did, but he's number
Uh,
2.
shit, man. I got questions, man.
What questions? You just watched the
I
film.
mean, not really questions about him per se. His not the questions about his game per se, but I guess let's start here. Let's start here. Is he a safe pick?
I feel like safe has like a negative connotation to it.
Okay. Okay. How would you?
Is Cooper safe?
Yes, I think 3 people are safe. I think Dylan, Queen, and Flag are safe.
Well, if that's the company, then yeah, he's safe.
Chris, what you think?
I don't think that there's anything safe about someone who moves like him. And like throwbacks scare people, like
Like white
traditionalists,
people.
or yeah, well, yeah. But I think for someone like him, I don't want it to be a situation where people are, they look at him like, let's say he turns to the next Al Jefferson. Yeah, I don't want folks to be like, how is that gonna, is that too much of a throwback for even where this next phase or this next era of basketball is going. So I don't know if it's
You
safe though.
know, That's such a, and this is not to you, but that's such an insane thing to say. If the player on the floor dominates his position, regardless if he's scoring twos or threes, if he's the best player, what does it matter? Obviously, threes be twos, but there's other people on the floor that should be able to shoot these threes, right?
Sure.
Hey, bro, to be honest, like, where do y'all see the NBA going? Because I actually do believe that it's making a transformation right before our eyes, where people aren't going to lean on the three as much. I mean, you just watch the Celtics, have a debacle because last year they had like 3 games in the playoffs where they made 23s. It's give and take, but there has to be a balance to that. Someone's going to counteract that. Eventually, the league is going to counteract that, the barrage of 3-point shooting, because no one can shoot that well at a high consistency. So, excuse me, I ain't farting nothing, but it's in my stomach. I think a guy like Derik will have an interesting career because the league will actually form to a guy like him. The Senguns, the Jokers, being able to play out at a high post. It just makes sense. I don't know. I just kind of see the league kind of reverting back to what we thought was, let's say 05 to 99 to like 05, really.
Yeah, safe. I'm with 5. I don't know if I would call him safe. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I mean, he's not risky either necessarily. It's not boom or bust type. I think with him.
But don't it feel like safe is like a negative thing? Like,
let me ask you this: do you
safe
feel
feels like vanilla?
Is vanilla bad though?
Nah,
that's what I'm saying.
Ask Trey Murphy.
Allegedly.
Go say
man, it's tough. Like it's really tough because I don't have a lot of Okay. What concerns do you have about Derik Queen?
The weight. That's it. Like I don't know what his habits are. Right? Like I don't know who the kid is off the court. So that'd be the only thing. I mean, you said he was once big before, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he probably can get big again. Pause. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's
Lito. It's Lito saying, yeah, like what? Yeah, he was once big. Yeah, get bigger. Crazy.
Nah, he can revert back to like old habits in my estimation.
I'm not gonna say he was. I'm not gonna say he was like fat. I'm just saying he's in better shape now than he's ever been.
Like, does he need to play basketball to stay in shape? I don't want those questions anymore.
I think a guy like him is gonna play basketball regardless. Like, I don't think you're gonna get just looking from the minute time of film that we watch, looking at his skill set, he plays a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
Outside.
He loves basketball.
I'm curious about the weight. I mean, as well, just from is there a different level of shape? Like what's the best shape, or a Derik Queen in the best shape of his life going to look like, and what is that gonna feel like on the floor? And then also, like, I'm curious about the versatility aspect of it. What bounds does his game have when it comes to being, in a league that forces you in a lot of respects and in certain levels to be versatile in the things that you can ultimately do, the players that you're playing against, the things that you're asked to do. But the good part about him is that he just doesn't look afraid of it, and he's clearly put in the work on a lot of the little things. So you'd have to assume he's a decent to hard worker, But
Chris, do you think sometimes with the NBA, everybody wants like a versatile player, but it's almost as if they put you in a role or multiple roles too early? they don't let you master the first role first and then allow you to be versatile. It's almost like, nah, we need you to do this. Okay, then do this, but you haven't mastered the first thing that they asked you to do.
Mm.
So it almost puts you again in limbo and not developing like fully a skill set for the first thing that they ask.
Yeah, I think part of that is just like evolution. Of like how our attention spans have changed, how people don't practice the same way that they used to, even like literally in regards to like NBA, you don't practice the same way that you did years ago, or even like in the NFL, the time you spend in training camps, like across the board, like as we continue to like age as a society, like things, everybody, it's a microwave society. So
Mm.
maybe I think from a fundamental element of it, I agree with you. I also wonder with that though, is that also part of the fact that things happen so quick and people feel like they're under pressure to have things develop with these players so quickly that it forces them to not take the amount of time that they
Yeah.
probably should with things. But I guess if you have the right work ethic, you should probably be able to still get some of those things done, but it will probably involve you having to volunteer your own personal time to do it. I would assume.
Yeah. Um, not bad. I was looking at Zach Randolph McDonald's high school All American highlights. I
Say,
ain't I ain't gonna say nothing. Queen had a 2020 game in college.
Mm.
Um, he had a 2020 game and he had a 31-point game against Michigan. Is Derik Queen the best big in this draft class?
yeah, yeah.
Let me
He's
ask
a
you this:
fucking bully.
If there was no Cooper Flag, would he be your first pick?
Yeah. Yeah. There was no Cooper Flag. Yeah. He'd be my first pick.
You said he would be your second pick, even with Cooper Flag here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he'd be my first pick. If Cooper was gone, Cooper didn't exist, be number one.
Give me some points. Give me like fuck, we could really just get out of here. Give me 4 points, 4 or 5 point, whatever, however many you feel like highlight his game.
First off, the IQ, right? Knowing your spots. Secondly is I think is the footwork. Thirdly is the passing ability. And fourth, the shot selection. Like he doesn't get out of control. Like I can talk about the rolling, I could talk about the recognition. Just looks like a guy that has a really good base. And being 6'10, remember we talked about this with Saban about how the first round for him, like what are the measurables? Derik Queen exceeds those measurables, bro. He does. And it's all potential from there. Like he's already a good basketball player now. Now I'm not saying he's gonna win you an NBA championship in year one. Based on this draft class, though, like he's a really good player now. And it's only positive after this. Like I really don't see where his game doesn't fit in the NBA. Like I do think he's gonna be around the league like 10, 15 years.
Mhm.
What you got?
Mm. Processing speed. The way his mind and like the way his thoughts about what he's gonna do transfers to the actual motion of it. Um, his aggressiveness, like he's a real bully. He looks forward to playing a physical style. Um, seems to, I saw one particular possession where he pivoted and like it wasn't the same power dribble, it wasn't the same spin, it wasn't the same footwork. Five mentioned his ability to knowing where his spots were and getting to them. But I think like the Pelicans were not fun in the half court. More times they're not. So you get an opportunity with someone like him, he just naturally makes offense be a little bit better because he is, once again, a mini engine, somebody you can throw the ball to who's going to make the right play. And so many of his players, like when we watch, you can watch a lot of these guys and they get a lot of their buckets on the run, strictly off pick and roll, strictly off of, on the break. Most of the things we saw him do was when the game slowed down and in the half court when he had to think and move. Pelicans need more guys that can think and move.
Zach Randolph didn't dunk in the high school All-Star. That he was MVP. That's for me. He got defensively. He has quick hands. You see him. You see him bat a lot of balls. Pause. He get a lot of steals. He's a high basketball IQ. He's a willing and efficient passer. Great low post player at 18. That's not something you supposed to be saying. Like, he's a decent mid-range scorer. Got a high motor. That's the one thing that I'm like not worried about, his motor. See a lot of players. I mean, I feel like every video we've seen from all these guys, probably besides Trey, sometimes it's like, where you at? Where'd you go? Like, I don't have that concern with him. And lastly, I'm giving him the term, he's an offensive hub. He's waiting to become, he's gonna be, I feel like he can become that given the right situation. So I guess lastly,
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And he would be a good fit for the Pelicans.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, shit, man. That's all I got, man. Shout out to this dude, man. I don't even know who this is. I just want to show y'all Zach Randolph highlights because we've been talking about him. I just see so much similarity in the game.
Shout out to my left-handers out here, man. We rule the world, man.
You left-handed?
My whole life.
That's crazy. Yeah, I thought you just changed.
You
All right, man.
I'm about to say something so out of pocket.
Yeah. So for me, 5 and left-hand Johnny.
I can't co-sign that, big brother, but I ain't mad at you for what you do. I ain't mad at you for nothing you do.